I want to talk about my fitness journey and where I am overall in terms of calisthenics. I'm not going to be able to make eye contact with you because I need to watch where I'm going. It's really dark, so I'm going to have to do that. But I'll talk to you along the way and I'll tell you how I'm doing in terms of my fitness journey. So, alright, look at that fox. Bro, look at how quick that fox runs over here. My fingers covered it, but basically, I saw a fox to my left hand side. The fox saw me. It ran like no one's business. It's still running now. My goodness, it runs quick. Man, it's a really fast runner. It's crazy. Anyway, yeah, but in terms of fitness journey, so as you guys know, I've said it a few times in my videos already. I've been training for about 5 years now. But if you want to be very nerdy, about 5 years and 3 months. If I were to tell you how far I am, I would say I am in terms of, acquiring my dream body. Guys, quick side segment. Just getting out of the video quick. Right, guys, it's flipping cold in the UK. Oh my goodness. I'm wearing gloves. It feels like I don't have gloves on still. I don't know if it's because the people who made the gloves are just really shit at their job. Don't get me wrong, I'm still grateful I have gloves, but or that, or the weather's just that cold where it makes these gloves, pretty much useless. If I were to talk about my own fitness journey, anyway, I digress. If I were to talk about my own fitness journey, in terms of how far I am to achieving my dream body, my dream physique, and what I want. Now, this isn't to say that, when I get to my dream physique, I'm gonna lose the drive, the passion to work out. Although I would say, I began my fitness journey because I wanted to become really strong. And I always wanted to look good. I was always a fan of like shows like Dragon Ball Z, anime, all this stuff. You take a lot of inspiration from those guys, You see your Gokis, your Vegetas, them training, all their cool physiques, the weight training, when they're in the time chamber and shit and whatnot. Coolest shit ever, man, I'm telling you. And so we take inspiration from that. Not to mention the video games that came out as a kid. I don't know about you guys, but stuff like that always got me going, man. Just anime in general, characters like that. So having a really cool looking physique. I remember back when I was 6 years old. So this may have been about 13 years ago now. 2012, yes, it was 2012. Back when the London 2012 Olympics were going on. I remember we'd see all these athletes on TV, and me and my brother would always go back to like our obsession with Dragon Ball Z, and so we get the fork and then we like put marks to make it look like I have a 6-pack, but then it's a little scratch, not a wound, but just like a little white scratch on our abdomens. And then they look like we have 6-packs, which is really funny. It's funny how life works, because back then, tongue twister, man. We're gonna try one more time. It's funny how that works, because back during those times, much better. Back during those times, why did I forget what I was about to say? Fuck. Oh yeah. Back during those times, I thought it was impossible to get abdominals. Like, I'd always think of abdominals, and I'd always go like, man, that takes flipping long to have. Years later, found out, hey, it's actually not that hard. In fact, skinny people who don't even work out actually have abs too. I probably had abs at the time. I mean, not to say that I paid attention, though I wish I did. I mean, I was skinny back in the day, but I never really took off my shirt. I never took any like shirt pictures. I don't think I have any shirt pictures of myself young with abs showing and anything. So, I'd assume I was relatively skinny. The path I'm gonna walk now, or on that path, that's usually where there tends to be a lot of leaves. So I just hope I don't, dirty my feet too much. So when I come back, I have to put in a lot of effort just to get rid of it. Fucking hell, it's cold, guys. You won't believe it. Yeah, I hate this. I feel like I need to start wearing 2 gloves now. I'm not even joking. These gloves, it feels like I have no gloves on. But I guess you could say it helps in a way, because when I get home, the contrast being, with me having gloves on and not having gloves on, speaking from personal experience, and I spoke about this when I had no gloves on in my previous videos in the past, in this weather at the same time. Whenever I'd wash my hands with no gloves on, I tend to get frostbites. I didn't get any the day before yesterday, so I don't think that's a bad thing. But yeah, in terms of my dream physique, I'd probably say I'm about 60% of the way there. Honestly, I truly believe that. And this is coming from someone who's been training for 5 years. truly believe I'm like 60% of the way there, roughly. Now, what's the next step to get to my 100%? Well, and I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to fitness. I like paying attention to things to the finest detail because, yeah, when you're really passionate about something, you will dive deep in that research like nobody's business. And that's what I do. So when I'm talking about diving deep, I like to take measurements, like body measurements and stuff like that. It's like a bodybuilder trait, which is funny and ironic because I consider myself a calisthenics athlete, which I am. But these things are good to know. So at one point I used to be obsessed with measuring my neck. And then I checked like average neck sizes, whatnot. I wanted to have one a bit more above average. I heard the average neck size was about 15 inches for most people, so like 38 centimeters. After a lot of training, my neck size is 41 centimeters, which is like 16 and a half inches, I believe. Which I'm satisfied with. And shout out to handstand push-ups and like pike push-ups and whatnot, because that shit helped me a lot. But, and the last muscle group, and this goes back to the reason why I don't consider myself 100% in terms of physique here. It's probably the arms. Now here's the annoying thing. Out of all the body parts in the body, I would argue the arms take the longest to grow, and it's really annoying. The funny thing is, your arms don't grow like your chest and your shoulders and your back and your legs, because those muscle parts, they're a lot bigger than the arms. Yeah, you can have big arms, but when comparing it with your other two upper body muscles, the chest and your shoulders, and the biggest muscle we have, which is like our legs, the arms are really small in comparison, so it's going to take us a lot longer to grow. And it's funny because it's like, naturally when you go to the gym, there's a lot of compound movements that can be done with your shoulders and your chest, so I guess that plays a factor into why that can grow a lot quicker and easier. Same can apply with the legs. I mean, I feel like everyone's naturally got, what did I say, big legs, but it is a big muscle group, to say the least. So yeah, with arms it's going to take a bit more effort. I have 14-inch arms right now, about 36 centimeters, and yes, I'm a bit of a nerd when remember guys, I told you I'm a bit of a nerd when it comes to this type of research, so I'll research it to the T. And recently, rhymed, didn't even try, there you go. Fuck, where was I? Yeah, so yeah, recently, and I mean probably like 2 years ago, I really started getting into fashion. Now yes, unfortunately as an 18-year-old man right now, I don't have the money to, you know, afford fashion, which really fucking sucks, but we'll get to that point eventually, I'm sure. So long as I do the right thing and everything. But back to what I was saying, you really started getting into fashion. And I really wanted to be that guy that throws out his t-shirts. You know, some of my t-shirts I do, but some of my other t-shirts I don't, which really nags me in the head, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have certain t-shirts that I can imagine myself filling out, the sleeves and whatnot. I always wanted to be that guy. And like I told you just now, I do have some t-shirts which do that, and it's a good feeling, and I want that for all my t-shirts. Unfortunately, some of my t-shirts, which probably could have fitted my arm size now, I have 36 centimeter arms, so 14 inches, they've been stretched out, so the sleeve length isn't the same. So then it just looks stupid. It's like, say I'll be shadowboxing or something like that. You'd be punching, you'd be throwing your punches, your hooks, your jabs, and then you just have your sleeves flapping around like a fucking moron. I don't like it personally. Obviously, don't get me wrong, to each their own in terms of fashion, but that's not my type of thing. It's not my type of thing. No, I don't like that, man. I feel like when you wear clothes and your sleeves are full as a man, it just makes you feel powerful. Also, it's very common to have a lot of people wear sleeves and it's like just flapping around and everything. I don't like it, it doesn't look too good, so I prefer to wear clothes that actually fit me. And yes, like I told you, like I'm going to tell you probably for like the 5th or 6th time, I researched this shit to the T, and what I found is usually when you get to about 16 inches or over, that's usually when you start filling out your t-shirts. So I want to get to that arm size, and I typed in what is 16 inches in centimeters So roughly 40.64. Now both my arms are about 36 centimeters. So I'm really not too far off. I'm not too far off from getting my dream physique, honestly. I'm not too far off. I'm literally like, let's say, I don't know, 2 inches away. Less than 5 centimeters away. I can make, yeah, I'd say that. Less than 5 centimeters away. So I'm not too far off from getting the arm size I wanted. 2 years ago, so September, I believe, September 2023, nearly 2 years ago, we did this arm lesson because I studied sports and exercise science in college, right? And I measured my arm size. It was 32 centimeters, and it really hurt my ego despite having 3 years of training during that period. It really hurt my ego. And then I was talking to this other guy. This guy just casually had 40 centimeter biceps. It annoyed me. It was unflexed as well. I'm like, damn. I mean, I would say I made some form of progress, you know, during those 2 years. You know, you gain another 4 centimeters. So who's to say in another 2 years can't gain another 4 centimeters? Get like 16. Let's round it up because I know like 40 centimeters is I think it's like 15.7 or something like that. So let's just round it up and say it is 16. Who's to say in 2 years I can't get there? Because 2 years ago my arms are 4 centimeters smaller, and then 2 years later I don't see why we can't have 16-inch arms and get my dream physique. Yeah, I may even push it to 17 or 18. Don't get me wrong, I still feel content with 16 because, you know, not many people even have that arm size. It takes a lot of work to get that arm size in general, so just the mere fact having it is good. But to maximize just your physical attributes, I'd say it's worth trying. If I don't, it's fine. Because I knew it was like to have 12-inch arms and it sucks. And I have 16, I'll still be grateful because I'm fitting most of my clothes and I look sexy, so hey. I don't see the most importantly, the woman find you attractive. Yeah, and the last segment now. This is coming from someone who primarily did like, I need to stop saying like stupid childish filler words, I'm sorry. Just yeah, I just don't like using these filler words. I'm getting sick of it. The ums and ahs. I'm gonna embrace silence a lot more, but did it again. See, it's a skill issue. We're learning, guys, we're learning. Yeah, weird, yeah. I remember I was saying that. Yeah, so this goes back to what I was talking about in terms of like building muscle and whatnot. Coming from someone who mainly does calisthenics, and I have lifted weights in the past, and I did go to the gym before. I documented it on my channels, it's there to see, and I did do some form of weight training. And what I realized is usually when I embrace and add weight on myself, that's usually when my arms start to grow a lot, from my experience. Like even if I just do bulking, I think bulking is the best way to put on arm size. Even if it's fat, I mean, at least you're still putting on arm size. Yes, it's not all muscle mass, I know, but at least your arms are growing because you're still putting more resistance to getting heavier. So your arms are facing more like tension, they'll have a reason to grow more. So I think that's a good thing. I think that's a really good thing. And yeah, I've come to the conclusion that I think lifting weights, it really is the most effective. Like even with calisthenics, and I can do the advanced calisthenic skills, push movements, so like, you know, your handstand push-ups, your punches. I can hold it for a good amount of seconds. So with the punch, I held it for about 20 seconds, somewhere around those lines. I did my handstand push-up yesterday. Right now I weigh 185, so that's about, we are looking at 83.9 kg. I mean, at least that's what it said in the bar. So that's a heavy weight. So, and I'm 176 centimeters, so 5'9". So on paper, I'm a heavy guy. But the BMI said I was 27. And seeing is all the more reason why you shouldn't listen to the BMI. It's full of shit. So long as you have a low body fat percentage, just say I'm about 15. So I don't see it as too much as an issue. And I say that because I did 16 reps despite being that weight. So it really shows it's possible. And majority of the time I don't even use weights. I haven't touched the weights in a long time. Probably over 6 months. The last time I did weights was in August when I actually still had my gym membership. Due to financial restraint, which really sucks, I couldn't really do weight calisthenics, so I couldn't reach my fitness goals as fast as I know I could have. I had the money, which really frustrating. And you know, nowadays, I'll be quite frank with you guys, it is quite hard to seek employment despite doing what you can. So it's very competitive, you know, very competitive. Everyone's just applying for certain jobs. I understand, it's hard to find. I just had enough for waiting. I just kept saying to myself, oh, when I get the money again, I'll get a gym membership, rent a gym. But it's been so long, it's like, I got sick of waiting, so I just used the remaining few money in my bank account, and I bought a weight belt recently, like 2-3 weeks ago. Yeah, I had enough again because I had weights at home. So my brother bought weights like 5 years ago for weight training. I thought it would fit through those weights, but it turns out it was actually the wrong type of weights. So I did my research and I got the weighted plate with discs. So it's like when there's like holes. So there's holes in the middle. There's 3 holes on the side. Apparently, you put the chains in. The outer layer end, and then that's how it works. So I bought those. Should be coming like Saturday or Friday or something like that. I'm gonna use those probably for myself to do some weighted pull-ups. And to go for that, I want to know how to do a strict muscle up, because right now I can only do 1, but it's not as I don't like it because I don't like my muscle up right now because I'm using momentum. Now the most I've done was 3, but I was probably like, I wouldn't say 70 kg, maybe 78, 77, something like that. I don't want to cut weight to be able to do that. I want to be those strong, heavy calisthenics athletes that look like bodybuilders, but they can do the cool moves. That's my dream, and I'd say I'm 60% of the way there. We're really not far off. So I say by the time I hit 24, I could have my body transformation complete, because I started at roughly 14, really 13, but I want to say 14, round it to 14. That's 10 years. So. And it takes on average 5-10 years to reach the dream physique. Assuming you have, you know, good dieting, you have good sleep recovery, and you're training hard. 5-10 years, and someone's been training for 5 years. I get a lot of compliments. People always say I have big arms, which is really funny, because I know my arm size isn't even like the best it could be. 14-inch arms. Maybe it's because of my height as well, because I'm not really a tall guy. 5'9". Maybe still I'm heavy as well, heavyweight, low body fat percent. Everyone says I'm not massive. I take it as a compliment, and it just inspires me more because I know my arm size isn't as big as it could be. So yeah, I bought some weighted belts. Hopefully end of this year I'll be able to do a front lever, strict muscle up. I'm debating on getting a weighted vest as well. I'm just scared in terms of which one is actually good for you. I want to get a weighted vest and then not heavy. I'm not even sure if it comes with adjustable weights, so I need to actually buy weights and put it on the weighted vest. That would be a bummer. Really would be a bummer. Best case scenario, you get the weighted vest, it's heavy already, then you can use that. Because yeah, right now at my body weight, so 185, so 83.9, 176.5. The longest I held the punch with parallettes was 21 reps. Not 21 reps, seconds. So if I can get a weighted belt, hit that on myself. Even if I only get like an extra 5 seconds even if I only get 5 seconds with the vest on, you can only imagine what it'd be like when I take off the vest. That's probably like another 5 seconds added. So you're looking at 26 or something like that. Yeah, it's a good feeling, and that's really what I have to say. I'm not too far away from, you know, getting the physique I always wanted. So probably do some weight calisthenics for a bit, maybe like a year or 2. Over time, get another, get a few more plates, and yeah, that's what I have to say. That's my fitness journey right now. Probably titled this something along the lines of, oh, my fitness journey 5 years after training for 5 years. Nah, it's too long. I'll probably say I'm not too far away from my dream physique. I think that's pretty class. I like that.